Caged came from the idea of how it feels for people to be in control of things in their life, but then also being oppressed by things going on around you, choices being made on behalf of you. I saw a film called The Great Dictator, and there's a speech made by Charlie Chaplin at the end. The speech has been described as humanist, and he talks about freedom and equality, and I wanted to play on the idea that perhaps in real life freedom and equality isn't so straightforward.
You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new...
So the installation has lots of elements. It has sound that is triggered by your movement. It has visuals that are triggered by your movement, so the bird wings are moving in the same way that your arms do. It's got mirrors all-encompassing the inside of the structure, around the sides, on the ceiling, on the back, so that every angle you look you can see a new perspective. It's got a live video feed which runs from a webcam which is mounted onto the top. I wanted to use the bird in a cage metaphor because it gave me the opportunity to create something structurally that could represent that idea, as well as the structure being there for a platform to host the projections. I use an Xbox Kinect which tracks your skeletal path and the user's motions. I've programmed the wings to move in time with the user's movement of the arms up and down, as well as the orientation. I guess it's just like it's one part of the whole installation, but I wanted there to be an element of the user is in control of something going on within a sort of caged environment. I really like the fact that the structure in the daytime looks kind of futuristic, but then as soon as it's in the darkness has a real purpose and it comes alive. I wanted to try and keep the actual structure fairly simple, but I always wanted it to be immersive, and I wanted it to be an experience that people could walk in and out of and there would be a reaction. The aim was to try and create reflections and different perspectives of the projection that was being shown. For some people it can really spark something, a thought or a feeling. That's what the whole point of it was to make something that completely absorbed you in that space, in that time.
They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people.
Without the mirrors, if it had just been a 360-degree projection, it wouldn't have had the same impact, and it wouldn't have had the same ambiguous qualities.
Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world.
I guess there's like a physical reality of the birdcage and the structure, and then once you're inside the structure and you've got the headphones on and you're experiencing all the projections, there's a sort of imposed reality. It was definitely experimental, but that's what I liked about it, that you weren't quite sure what you were going to see and in what way you were going to see it. I see the space and the installation as a thinking space, so for the user they could go in there for 30 seconds if they wanted to, or they could stay in there for the duration of the whole film. I think it's a personal experience. I don't think there needs to be a connection between all the elements going on, so the mirrors, the space, the sound, the projections, the motion capture, like there's so much going on. But I do see a relationship between all of them, so it would be nice if the user could have the opportunity to question everything that's going on, or at least recognise some of the other subtle elements that the installation provides. I want people to come out having reflected on things, having gone in there all light-hearted and then come out and have an opinion on something. I challenged myself to make not only a projection and installation, like sort of things running parallel to each other, so sound and video. I also built a structure and designed a structure which hosted both those things. I hope that it provokes curiosity. I hope that people see the piece from a distance and see the colours and are intrigued and are tempted to go and experience it for themselves.